Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ree and I make fashion and lifestyle videos. Let's get right into today's video. We are talking affordable luxury handbags. Designer pieces come with those designer price tags and they're oftentimes very big ones, very pricey. So I'm here to talk about more affordable luxury. You still get that same quality, you still get that same look, but they're more on the affordable side. So let's get started. Okay, starting with one of my favorite brands, I have literally 4 handbags from this brand, but I'm only going to show one today, and that is this baby right here. Yes, this is by far, this is called the Billy bag, and I don't think I even need to say much more, but if you're interested in a full review, I will leave that link down below. So this handbag, I think retailed, or I think I got it for around maybe $500 or so Canadian. I'm not too sure, but it's very lovely leather, great 90s style handbag. It's made very well, and the simplicity is just everything. Okay, next on the list is LM. I actually got a handbag from this brand. I did an unboxing. I'll also link that down below. It was the Dimple handbag in a lovely yellow. It's actually a similar yellow to that By Far one, but I didn't love it. It was a shoulder bag, but it was a little bit, it protruded a little bit, so my arm couldn't sit comfortably. So I ended up returning it, but the brand altogether and their handbags are very beautiful, and they're priced at the more like 500, 600 price point. I also really love the envelope bag. That one is really great, and I just saw a shearling one in it, and I'm like, love that. And then they also, I can't remember the classic handbag that started everything with this brand, but I'll pop it up on screen, and that's also really lovely, kind of bucket style bag type. Okay, next up is Nanushka. Nanushka is one of my favorite brands. They do really great vegan leather, and so their handbag that I'm speaking about is the Valerie handbag. They do a few different ones, but the Valerie in particular is just, it's just stunning. Oops, sorry, I have something in my eye. I love the shoulder handbag. I love the little knot detail on either side. It kind of reminds me of a little bit like in between Bottega and the Row, and I am just obsessed. It's very beautiful. I had my eyes on this deep dark chocolate brown one, and I was like, I may need to get you. Okay, next up, I'm probably going to mispronounce this name, but it's Esther Ekme, I believe. Ekme? I'm not sure, but that's as close as I can get. But this brand, again, is just like, I'm sorry. Like, I almost need to catch my breath and how beautiful these pieces are. Again, just the simplicity, the minimalistic, just overall look to these handbags is just stunning. It's almost overwhelming. So I love the mini shoulder bags, and those retail for $620. They also do this one, I'm going to pop up on screen. It's called the Demi Lune shoulder bag, and that one really reminds me of the Row, the Half Moon handbag that I have. I'll show you guys because I was just like, oh my gosh, this is just very similar at a quarter of the price. Look at that. I'm gonna pop it up on screen so you can see the similarity. And the Row is just a brand that I just admire so much. I love the clothing, the footwear, the accessories, like everything. So something that I'm like, ooh, I get the Row vibes, and it's $650. I'm like, yes, please. And the color palettes are just so good too. So definitely check out that one. You won't be disappointed. Okay, next up is Telfer. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're going to expand their handbags in the future. Like, I'm wondering if they're even going to. I have this handbag. My sister actually gifted this to me. I have a video of this handbag as well, and I will link it down below so you guys can check out after. But I have this one in the shearling, and it's just adorable. This is Telfer times UGG collaboration, and this is in the reverse style in size small. So definitely the cutest little handbag I think anybody's ever seen. Like, am I right? And so Telfer is a great brand, and they also do vegan leather as well. And their handbags range from, I think, $200 to the bigger sizes are maybe around 300. Don't quote me. Okay, next up is Mansur Gavriel. What happened to Mansur Gavriel? Am I the only one that is wondering that? I remember a few years ago, well, more than a few, maybe about 5 years ago, Mansur Gavriel was just everywhere and everybody was obsessed with it. Their bucket bags were just everywhere. So I didn't end up getting the bucket bag. I ended up getting this little one. It's the mini sun bag. They don't do this handbag anymore, but I'm sure you can find it on the pre-loved market if you're interested. But yeah, they kind of fell off a little bit. I'm not sure, but they definitely still are making beautiful handbags. I checked them out online and they have a sale going on right now. So definitely check them out. And they have like this cloud pouch that's kind of close to the Bottega pouch. Yeah, a little bit close, but with a different design to it. But I love this handbag, great quality. It's very sweet and it's held up really nicely these last few years, and it's just something different too, right? Okay, next up is Stowed. Stowed or Stowed. I'm going to say Stowed because I like that a little bit better. But next up is Stowed, and they do very interesting handbags. It almost looks like art. They have really interesting structures to their handbag, like it just looks really interesting. And then they also do, on the other side of that, they also do really fun shoulder handbags. I can't remember the name up there. I can look it up actually. I found it. They have the Tommy bag. Yeah, the Tommy bag. And they do this in many different ways. And this is priced at 335 Canadian dollars. That's a fantastic price, I think. And it's also just like really interesting. It's fun, it's colorful, it's bold. It's definitely a great accent to your spring summer wardrobe. I was obsessed with this handbag last spring summer. I didn't end up getting it, even though it definitely brings a smile to my face. But yeah, so Stowed is definitely another great one. You could probably also find these on the pre-loved market, or even go on eBay, go on Depop if you didn't want to get like outright. I may take my own advice and try to find that on Depop because that is a cutie for sure. Okay, next up, we didn't touch on vintage. Obviously, that is like the big one. Go vintage for more affordable luxury designer handbags. So if you do want to get your hands on the Prada, the Fendi, the Louis Vuitton, those brands like that. But also vintage is now getting more and more expensive, and it's climbing up in price to be just as expensive as some brand new handbags. So if you enjoy the brand, if you like the brand, maybe try to look at some handbags, some styles that are not the most trendy popular right now, because obviously those are going to be the ones that are more expensive. They're going to come with that price point. But look at some things that are not the trendiest at the moment, but obviously that you still really love, and that's going to go so well with your style and within your wardrobe. And then lastly on the list is, okay, I could be saying this wrong, but it's Neos. Neos. I like how that sounds. Neos. Okay, this brand is also very clean lines, very just like the color palette is everything you dreamed of. You know, just very dreamy, minimalistic vibes as well. It just carries on. That's kind of my go-to for handbags. And again, very similar to the Row. So if you are the Row fan, but you're just like, I can't deal with these price tags, then these are going to be good alternatives for you. Oh my gosh, this one is so gorgeous. They have this one, the Neptune handbag, another shoulder handbag, just with the detailing. It's just like textured, you know, leather. It is gorgeous. Deep dark chocolate brown. I am a freaking fan. I'm a bloody fan. I am a fan. Okay, lastly, I want to end off on some high street brands that are so great and they need recognition. They definitely give that luxury feel, and that's all that really matters. And are they quality, right? So the two that I'm referring to are Cause and Arquette. Cause is definitely one of my favorite brands. It's definitely more of a mid-range price point, but they do some really great stuff. And their handbags as well, very, again, reminiscent to the Row, very simple, very sleek, very just like everyday. So I love their handbags. I love their totes. I love everything they do. Also, Arket is a very great brand, again, for clothing. I just try to stay away from Arket just because the duties, we don't have like an actual flagship store in Canada, so the duties when you're shipping over, it's just a headache. It's just a headache, and you're like, oh, I wish I didn't have to spend that extra money to just get my freaking item. You know what I mean? So that is another one. They do very great handbags, footwear, everything. So definitely check out those two. Okay guys, that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and you got some good information out of this video. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.